I'm going to get right to the news first. That's the most important, and I think what you folks are really looking for. So I want to do that. Now I'm going to make another part of the video here that I'm going to go back over, and I'm going to thank you folks so very, very much for helping me to understand how badly I can make a mistake. But you've given me the golden opportunity to correct that. And that was from my last video. I want to talk about that. All right, first of all, the news out there, folks, is very simple. At this time, we are only seeing two paths that Israel is going to go on. One is it's going to go into Rafah, and it's going to go to a war. And it's going to eliminate Hamas and its power, and it's going to find the hostages. That's one path. The second path is some sort of a truce, a ceasefire, a release of the hostages. Okay, if that either one of those happen and they end, my whole point is they will be saying peace and safety, and then Scripture falls right into place. See, simple. Now something else can happen that we're not realizing or understanding. But remember, once they say peace and safety, a sudden destruction, we enter into a new era of time. The church will be removed, and God goes on with his divine plan. His plan is now, to me, rather simple. And that is that what he's doing is letting us know, the church, about when something is going to happen, and the world if they're listening, because God's going to intervene in such a way that it sets Israel up, freed of its enemies surrounding it, keeping at bay its outer enemies, son of perdition, Revelation 12:13, the first beast, and Israel's able to build a temple and sacrifice. With this understanding, do you see God's plan? It only makes sense. Well, at this point it does. Maybe things will change. Now, so the news then is this truce, this ceasefire, this peace treaty, whatever they're trying to do here, has come to a point to where the decision-making now is in Hamas's hands. And they have literally said, as of this morning, well, it's later in the day over there in Egypt, but they have said that Hamas has said, we will respond to this ceasefire. Now, if they should accept it, Israel's already said they'll accept it. We don't know all the terms and what's going to happen, but then would they say peace and safety? So that's what I'm trying to explain, how close we can be, and it's possible. Notice I didn't say it's going to happen because we don't know, but we're just waiting to find out. That's your news today. Unless I see something that happens, I'll put it in a blog, which takes me back to my website now and to the last video. Do you want me to summarize that? We're waiting on Hamas. If Hamas decides to agree, I believe that would be a time many would be saying peace and safety, following through with Scripture. All right, now let's get back to it. This part you can just click off if you want to, but it's important to me because I've learned so very, very much, and I want to thank all you folks for that. My last video, I said right in the very beginning, I said that one of the things that I wanted to do was to get off of this YouTube platform. I said I don't like it. I didn't say that I didn't like the people, and I wasn't complaining because people were saying bad things. It wasn't what I was talking about. I police the reply section very closely. I don't have a problem. I said it's the other sites and the way everyone is treating them that I see is almost absurd. It's childish. It's just way too many people just having free game, free access to just say whatever they want. And so I said I didn't like the platform. I don't have anybody that comes to the site, if I don't catch them in time, you folks will pounce on them. If they're just out of line and just cruel or mean, You guys will pounce on them, and the second I see it, I remove them. That's how it works here. I don't think there's another YouTube channel out there that can be as proud as I am of you folks. All the stuff that you say and you help me with and the fellowship we have is very important to me. It's part of my life now. I mean, there are some that if I don't see you every now and then in the reply section, I think about you. No, folks, you are a super group. I've said this before. There's the people that come to this channel. Some of you are much further advanced in Scripture than I am. You understand this stuff. I've said this before. Many of you could make your own YouTube channel. You would do well to do that because you understand this so very, very well. So the misunderstanding was, is you thought that I was saying that there was something wrong with the people that reply. No, I police that. I know exactly what to do. I've been doing it for a long time. And so I don't have any problem with that. I just said with the way they respond shows me that the platform, and I'm looking at other, sites, the platform of YouTube, people just don't take seriously anymore. Let me give you an example. Someone walks up and says, well, I saw it on YouTube. And people go, yeah, whatever. YouTube's great for entertainment. My site's not. It's because I was on a journey. Okay, that's enough about that. Folks, no. You are some of the, as far as I'm concerned, you are the main body of my channel that I have here. And I appreciate you all very, very much. No complaints. All right, let's go back to now the other part that I wanted to speak to you about, and that's the website, folks. That you see, there's many times throughout the daytime that I check all the news, and I go over it quite thoroughly. I have a set pattern that I go through even. And when I see something, I go, oh my gosh, that kind of lines up. So what I do is I'll write it out on something. I have a piece of paper over here. And then what I'll do is I'll put together a short, quick read with an explanation. And it could be an explanation after reading 6 different articles and listening to the 3 or 4 other newscasts. All over the place. And then I'll say, see, this is it. And that's why I wanted that platform of a website. But at the same time, I can still make videos there. So I have said to you that this channel, this right now, New News, it's not going away. It's always going to be here, and I can still make videos anytime. It's just that this platform is not for me. No, if you really want to get to know what it is that's going through my mind and how I drew to understandings, then go over to my website. Because if you look around, and folks, it's in the process of being built. I've had it for a lot of years. But I left it lay idle for quite a while, and I didn't really. But I am working on it now. You'll probably almost, if you go to it, you'll see I made changes even in it yesterday. So you can follow along and get to know me and what it is that I'm all about. Now, to be hypocritical would to be to keep on saying that I'm on this journey with you folks, and that's what this channel is all about. No. I'm done with my journey. Then that brings me to another point. This journey basically is a little over 6.5 years on this channel here. I have come to draw to a conclusion. And that's where we are today. We're there. This isn't a journey anymore. I've parked the car and it's sitting off in the garage. I'm done because I understand it. Now here's part of the thing. See, what happens is people come to the YouTube channel and they say, well, Ross, I don't understand about the restrainer. Ross, I don't understand about the last Trump. And that's where my website comes in, because I'm taking, and what I've learned over the last 6 years are the most asked questions, and I'm answering them. And you'll see in there a place where you can go and get the explanation of certain verses. And so you see, I'm building on it. I'm working on it. And we can still communicate. There's a place where you can reply to each other at the end, but it's more, if you'll respond to me in my emails, and I check those as many times a day, several times a day, and I'm happy to respond to those too. So let's wrap this all up. Unless something crazy happens that we just didn't see coming, and it changes, there's only 2 ways Israel has left to go. 1, into war. At the end of that war, They'll say peace and safety. That's a war in Rafah against Hamas. Now the next thing is this so-called ceasefire is enacted. Then people will finally say peace and safety because some of the hostages will be released. Okay, Israel will stop its war in Gaza. So 2 ways. Okay, that's it. We're just waiting to find out which way it's going to go unless there's a third that we didn't see. That part. This channel is going to stay here, and I will continue making videos here, but not underneath the premise or understanding of being on a journey, because my journey's finished. That part's done. Anybody wants to know more about my journey and how I got to where I am, please go over to my website. I'm trying to make that complete so people can just browse around. They understand me and why I spoke about the churches, why I spoke about the new era, and that would be Psalm 83. God steps in. That's his plan, his action that he said he would do. Zechariah 12, in one day. Okay, and the misunderstanding. We got that all figured out now. I still get a kick out of that because at first I was like, no, you people you're not understanding, and you folks, it's okay. I mean, it's just because I didn't explain it well enough. But I have the opportunity to correct that now. No, folks, no one. I can't find another channel that could be as proud as I am of all you folks and your fellowship and your kindness here. I don't think anybody else does have it either. Okay, so does that wrap everything up for right now? Let's keep an eye on, and even if I see something today, I can put a short blog in because I can just do it in a moment. And so if you want to just check on it every now and then, go ahead and do that, and we'll go from there. All right? Until next time, folks. Thank you for all of this stuff. You guys are so good to me and so kind to me. I like I said, the more I think about it, I just really miss you folks. So we'll continue this channel here, but don't expect too many videos because I can actually make videos also on my website. Good? Until next time. All right, folks. Ever so much. I appreciate you folks. Thank you.